What's going on, Sports Wars? This is Ryan with RK Outpost and GeeksGamers.com, and Simone Biles, one of the biggest, most heavily promoted stars at this year's Olympics, has pulled out of team competition, and as a result, the Russians ended up beating the Americans to take gold in the team competition. Now, there is going to be a lot of talk and a lot of controversy about what happened, because what was initially reported as a medical issue and an injury has turned into, well, maybe not an injury, maybe it's a mental issue, but still being qualified as a medical issue. You can see the headline, Simone Biles pulls out of gymnastics team final at Olympics due to apparent injury. And when we go here and we look at ESPN, we can see the result. With Simone Biles out of the Tokyo Olympics team final with medical issue, USA Gymnastics falls to Russian Olympic Committee. So the Russians have won gold for the first time in nearly 30 years at the Olympics with Simone Biles out. Now, if she stays in, does Team USA end up winning? That's all, who knows? Who knows what happens? But Simone Biles is widely considered by many to be the greatest gymnast of all time. But Simone Biles has very much leaned into that. If we go here, we can see some pictures, right? I can maybe try to center these for you. Let me blow this up. Let me blow this image up in a new tab so you guys can see. Simone Biles puts goats on her leotards. All of her leotards that she wears, she puts a goat on there to signify to everyone else that she also believes that she is the greatest of all time. So that is a big claim to be making, one that a lot of people agree with, but now, before this competition, she comes out and she says this. Simone Biles says she feels the weight of the world on her shoulders after tough Olympic qualifiers, which she did qualify for every single individual competition, but she's feeling the pressure. That's what a lot of people are saying. In the video that we have from this, I want you guys to watch it. A lot of people saying she seems incredibly nervous. It doesn't seem like it's an injury. It seems like it's a mental thing. That's what it seems to be to me and many others as well. Olympic pressure is ruthless. Simone Biles looked uneasy just prior to her unsuccessful vault and subsequent pulling out of the Olympic team event. The evasive eyes and unsettled body language are clear signs of discomfort. So take a look at this. We can do it without the audio because the audio doesn't matter. This is Simone Biles, 24 years old, right? 24 years old, incredibly accomplished, already incredibly celebrated as an Olympian, but now is facing some serious mental issues, it seems like. Let's take a look. Looking around, there's no crowd, remember. There's basically no crowd at these Olympics. And watch what this end result of this vault is. Now, this vault, she should be trying to rotate 2.5 times. It looks like she bails out in midair and only goes 1.5 and lands very awkwardly. So here she goes. Simone Biles at the Tokyo Olympics. This is the last thing she did before pulling out of competition. Here it is. And there's that very awkward landing, and to most, they were saying it seemed like she was lost in the air because she was just, it wasn't what it was supposed to be. She never looked comfortable. But then you have these different reports. Gymnastics, USA Gymnastics says Simone Biles has withdrawn from the team final competition due to a medical issue. She will be assessed daily to determine medical clearance for future competitions. So that wording is very specific, that it's not an injury, that it's a medical issue, which is important because all the other reports that are coming out, not a lot of people are promoting this because they are trying to, cover for Simone Biles. I don't know exactly what it is. Simone Biles update. While Team USA did not immediately explain why Biles was pulled, NBC's John Roethlisberger relayed, we've just been told that with regards to Simone withdrawing, it's not injury related. It is a mental issue that Simone is having. So what happened after this is she met with her trainer, went back to the locker room, came back, looked like she was ready to go for the uneven bars, but then didn't compete. She stood on the sidelines and cheered on her teammates who had to replace her, which congrats to her for staying there and continuing to cheer on her teammates. None of us, the 99.99999% of us, can't really know what this feeling is like. To have this amount of pressure on you, the entire world watching at 24 years old. So I do have some sympathy for her, but at the same time, she's been here before at the Olympics. She is the one who is setting all these records and getting all these medals. She's the one who's putting a goat on her leotard to signify that she believes she's the greatest of all time. and now she's pulled out of the Olympics. We continue to see this mental issue thing with athletes happening a lot. Naomi Osaka, who got bounced, which we may talk about at some point, after saying she just feels too much anxiety to compete, while at the same time doing Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition covers. So all these athletes get a lot of attention, and it's all great for them when it goes well. But then when it doesn't, we see the falling back on, oh, mental issues, I'm struggling mentally, all these things, while leaning in to saying you're the greatest of all time. I don't know what's happening with Simone Biles. I hope whatever it is, she gets better, whether it is an actual injury, whether it is a mental thing. But for sure, a big blow to Team USA if Simone Biles can't get back to competing, if she can't get over whatever this is that she is suffering from at the Olympics. Let me know how you feel about all this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.